I just knew that I just never wanted to be in that situation where I would have to rely on somebody to provide for me, ever. My parents moved to America, Southern California, just to start a fresh life. Shortly after they arrived, my father was caught in an adulterous relationship. So that forced a divorce. We had a one-bedroom, all 5 of us, my mom and all my siblings. Watching my friends go to school, the coolest sneakers, the coolest clothes. I remember having to shop at thrift stores, thinking why can't we have that? So looking back, it wasn't a childhood that anybody would brag about. It was far from that. There was this Bible verse in Psalm 68 that said that God would be the father to the fatherless, to provide for you for everything that you needed. And the main source for me was that father. He would not let us down. I would say Rich Dad, Poor Dad was a huge turning point for my life. I wanted to build my empire off of real estate. I did marketing and advertising. I was a publisher for a magazine in LA and Orange County. I chose to leave California just to kind of slow down. I like the Southern hospitality and the lifestyle here in Tennessee. So when we moved here from Southern California, we decided that we were going to get into the restaurant business. And that was a terrible idea. Just slaving at the kitchen for 12 hours a day was not going to cut it for me. So we decided I was going to get into real estate. I'd sneak out from the restaurant to go show a property. I love when people call me and say, hey, you're our family realtor, because it's not just about being a realtor. It's more about being that connection for them. I felt success when I felt like there was people calling other people to tell them about me. One of those moments for me was when my husband was shot in the head. He was driving, going to work. Somebody just pulled the gun out and started shooting at him. I didn't know if he was gonna survive. The doctors told me, ma'am, he's okay. He's kidding with us. He's telling us to just put some glue on that. We know he's gonna be okay. My faith was definitely being tested, and I knew that I just had to lean on God, period. So I think when people get in real estate, they think that it's gonna be easy, and it's really not. My family, we buy properties, fix them, and flip them. One of the main things that separates me from a lot of other people is that I build a relationship with people where they feel super comfortable and there's no stress. I take the inspection process all the way to closing, and I make it seamless as possible so that they don't have to worry about anything.
She was pretty new in the real estate business when it came time for us to sell our home. But I know she was the one that we were gonna want to do it because I already knew her character, I knew her work ethic. She sold the house within a week, maybe less, that it was on the market. In that neighborhood, it was probably the highest anyone had gotten at that point. As a real estate professional, Gabby is probably the best I've ever come across.
My family means everything to me. That's what gives you the grit, right? To get up and go. And my son wants to get into real estate, and passing that on to him would be a major step. For us, it's important that we just carry on the generational wealth and just continue to just keep growing in real estate. There's a lot of people that come to me and they're just like, there's no way. And so I always make them feel like, you know what, there's hope. I don't give up on them. I find a way and a solution, and eventually they get their dream home, and I will have their back to the very end. So just reflecting back on that one bedroom that we all shared, it was pretty much the foundation of who I am today. And I don't think I would change it at all.